Zorna Hurston wrote a paper almost 100 years ago because she from Warrenville, like I was just telling y'all about the first town incorporated by black folks in the United States of America. You know what she said? I don't know if it's cool that we integrate because it's not wise to have people who put you in bondage to educate your children. W.E.B. Du Bois said in 1950 something, or either 50, he died in 66, so he might have said this around 58. He said, the moment you integrate, what's going to happen is you're going to have a bunch of your children dropping out of school. You know why he said that? Because you'll be learning their history and not yours. And who the hell wants to, how was that interesting to anyone? That's why school ain't interesting to our kids. Because, tell you what, if you don't understand why your kids not interested in school, this is what I want you to do. Go find a picture at a stranger's house of a group of people and see how long you stare at it. Then go find a picture at your grandmother's house and watch you stare at it for hours. You know why you're staring for hours? Because you're trying to see which one of them people look like you. That's why you stare. So if you're only learning about somebody else and how great they are, what the hell am I doing here? I'm out of here. And that's what kids are doing. Zorna Hurston and W.E.B. Du Bois, they were 100% correct. They were 100% correct. 100% correct. And our kids are dropping out of alignment rate because the easiest thing to do is disengage when they ain't got nothing to do with you. Hey, what I'm talking about now, the people who still in the chat room, the people who are still listening in the background, y'all still listening because it applies to you. Let me start talking about my love life. Y'all gonna tune the hell out. Hey man, who the hell wants to hear about that? Suck it up, homie. Because y'all ain't invested in that. But y'all invested in a better life for you. And if you trying to have a better life for you, then this is why this voting thing, and this is why you don't need a perfect person in office. You need somebody who you know you can bend, that will bend to your will. And that's just it. You need somebody who will bend to your will. If you're not looking for somebody that's going to bend to your will, you don't need to be looking at politics. Because we're not trying to get the best possible babysitter for your nephew. We're not trying to get the cutest girl in the class. We're trying to get the people who are going to do our bidding. We need politicians. We don't need friends. Because guess what? That's how we messed up with Barack Obama. We liked him. We liked his swag. He could sing Al Green. He could quote Jay-Z. And then we stand around, man, he ain't do nothing for us. You ain't asked him to do nothing because you was waiting on him to sing some Easy. I want to do, he knows some Commodores. That's what we was out here doing. And look at us now. We run around here with a white nationalist in the office, and you got people talking about, I ain't voting for her because she locked up people. This dude watched somebody run over black people with a car and said, there's some good people out there. This dude told the police, see, people forget that, this is a guy in office that you're going to say, leave him in office and to hell with Kamala Harris, that told the police to slam people's head on the cars before you put them in there. This is a dude who weaponized a protest against police brutality. But hey, you better not vote for Kamala Harris because she locked up a bunch of people who were breaking the law in America. Whew. We really that thick. My next topic is still on the Kamala Harris side of the game, but it's not necessarily about Kamala Harris. The brother Big Illinois broached the question, why are we so comfortable denigrating each other publicly? You know what? I asked that same thing, man. Like I said, like the word nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you. I use the word nigga, but around my friends. Exactly, Big Illinois. And shout out to Raider for Life. He made a comment too. Thanks, bro. And why are we so like? I'm not finna sit up and do this rap music thing because I love rap music, and I'm not gonna defend rap music. No. But how many of y'all ever turned to ABC, NBC, CBS, WGN, or Fox and saw porn? None of y'all. Nobody's ever seen it. You never turned to TNT and see porn. How many of y'all have only watched violent movies on any of the stations that you could turn to? Even HBO. Does HBO show all violent movies? No, they don't. So why are radio stations only playing violent and explicit songs? Now everybody up in arms about WAP. Wet and Gushy. I'm going to keep it rated PG. Everybody upset about Wet and Gushy, right? Wet and Gushy is cool if it's played after 10 o'clock when your kids need to be in the bed. Oh man, our kids got computers on their phone and they'll get access to that. Well, I saw some porn too, and it wasn't even no damn computer. Every dude is my age in the world got a homeboy who had a big brother, uncle, or cousin who you found some of his porn. So somehow, some way, you found a porn magazine laying in the middle of the streets, which is utterly amazing to me. But that's neither here nor there. So even no matter how old you are, what time it was, you saw pornographic images. So that's not the problem. You will see things. Kids will see things that are not age appropriate. But when you're being inundated with these things, that's the problem. Like I told a story, one time I was riding in the car with my son, and there was some song on that was way too explicit. I said, man, turn that shit off. Turn the radio on. He said, that is the radio. He was driving. Me and him got a rule. Whoever drives, you have to listen to what you want to hear. So B was like, that is the radio. I was like, what the hell? But see, it ain't the music though. It ain't the movies. It ain't the TV. It's the constant bombardment of the negative image that bothers me. Because shout out to Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby hired a sociologist. So you will never see a negative image on the Cosby Show. That's dope. Looking back, that was ingenious. And when you see Cheers, you don't see negative images like that. But when you see our show, we go as far as to say we keeping it real by showing negative images of our women, disrespecting our women. Treating our women like they're objects. Songs like WAP. Oh man, blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. Why is that cool in our neighborhood? As I stated on the show Wednesday, if you listen to a song called "Dead President," All About the Benjamin, they bleep out Hebrew. And they bleep out another negative connotation from other cultures. Michael Jackson, they bleeped out kite. He couldn't say that. But they let you say nigga. Why are we so comfortable talking about what Kamala Harris is and is not on social media? Because most of us have friends from other cultures. So why are we so comfortable doing that? Why do we take the time out of our day to lie on each other? Or if you hear a lie, why not step up and say that's a lie? Because I don't like him. We spend more time publicly discussing our personal business than any other culture I see in public. I don't know about nobody else. I was in the stoplight. Some of these non-black young, aka white and Hispanics, cats talking to each other using the N-word very comfortably. I want to get out my car and exactly. And we've allowed that. And we've allowed that. It used to be a time in my life you couldn't say that word. You didn't say that word around anybody but your folks. And I guess I'm going to have to blame that on rap music because they got, and hey, I'm one of the people that bought the album and bumped it loud. I'm going to have to go ahead and give it to NWA. That was the first group that prominently used that word. And then without any radio play, they became the world's most dangerous group. But NWA was on tour with Public Enemy. See the balance? See the balance? X-Clan was on tour with the Ghetto Boys. And we understood that was edgy. I'm not going to say it was wrong because it was adult entertainment. And we had access to it. But here's the thing. We were unable to play that music in our houses. Shout out to the Sony for inventing the Walkman. Else I'd have never heard NWA. Because there was no way in hell I was going to play Gangsta in the house with Dolores and that. No way. But to show you how far we've digressed, 8 years ago, my daughter was going to high school. She was standing on the bus stop with another young lady, first day of school, freshman year. My daughter came home and said, "Dad, it was this girl on the bus stop with me, and she had a tattoo from her ankle all the way up to her shoulder." And I asked her, "When did you get that?" And she said, "Me and my mom went to get this." You and your mother went and got a tattoo at age 14 from your ankle to your shoulder. What part of you growing did your mama not understand? Or is your mama smoking squares with you to make sure you don't grow? And these are things that this is what I'm talking about. We should be having certain conversations inside our house. And I don't mean inside our physical house. I mean inside of our house. Me and D Gray can have a conversation that we can't have on air. Me and Big Illinois can have a conversation that we will not have on air. But for whatever reason, we talk about our sex life on social media. We talk about our sex life and our music explicitly. Marvin Gaye and Teddy P, it was hints and innuendo of sexuality. But they didn't put it in your face. We've eliminated shame from our culture, which in itself is shameful. We can no longer denigrate ourselves publicly and expect others to respect us. As the brother D Gray just mentioned, you got a car full of non-black people pulling up using that word comfortably, and they'll tell you, "I grew up around black people. I grew up around a bunch of people that I'm not going to say. I grew up around women, but I don't call them bitches." It was always a gay dude in the hood. I wouldn't call him a fag. So what makes you comfortable saying that word around me? We got to start holding our heads up, folks. We got to stop talking about if Kamala is or not black in front of anybody. Because that's not their conversation to hear. It's really not. It's really not. It's just not anybody else's conversation to hear. We don't need to be talking about the black experience, the black suffering, the black anything that's not. Put it like this. Going forward, black folks, if you're not willing to talk about it with your mama, I don't know if you should talk about it. Or talk about your mama's personal life, don't talk about yours. If you would sit in front of your grandmother or your mother and talk about some of the stuff that you talk about on social media, I doubt more if any of us would. You sit up on social media, I